Hi teachers, this video is to go over some changes that you're going to be seeing in your modules starting in week 11 for social studies, reading, and writing. So first thing that you will notice as you get to your blueprints for week 11 is that the single module that you had before is now split into 3 separate modules, one for social studies, one for reading, and one for writing. As we go into the social studies module, you will notice that you have a teacher notes page, a start here page for students, and then each of the module items is broken down in a Monday through Friday setup. The lessons within will look the same as they did before, with an engage, a mini lesson, a share, a task, and then a Friday reflection. Some changes that you'll see will happen on the teacher notes page and the start here page. We'll look at those more in depth in a second. Reading, you'll see something very similar, a teacher notes page, a start here page for the students, a small group schedule page, and then a Monday through Friday breakdown. You'll still see the engage and the mini lessons. Something added for reading is a practice page, which triggers the students to go to Imagine Learning or IXL. You will see also that in reading and writing, the may-do choices have now been integrated into the lessons. So you'll see like the vocabulary is integrated on Wednesdays, and the fluency practice is integrated on Thursdays. And of course, a Friday reflection. For writing, you'll see a similar layout, teacher notes page, a start here for students, a small group for writing, and then your layout in a Monday through Friday setup with still the engage, mini lesson, task. You'll see on Wednesday that the may-do choices for spelling and grammar have been included here. And then Thursday has cursive and keyboarding for some grades. Also on Friday, you'll have a writing reflection in addition to a spelling specific quiz that you can trigger on or off. So let's look at a teacher page more in depth. I'll go to reading, and let's look at the teacher page. So as I look at the teacher page, and the layout is the same for all of reading, writing, and social studies, you'll have at the top a link to the YPG, the yearly planning guide, as well as to the teacher planning guides or TPGs. These were previously known as the CCC modules. The links for the current week will be at the top for you. Then at the top of the page, you'll have kind of a snapshot of what is happening for that week in that subject. So a small description, the TEKS, some of the TEKS, the essential TEKS for that area, as well as any additional topics that are going to be covered during that time. The learning goal, language domains, and success criteria for the week are also listed at the top for you to ease with planning. Then you'll see this Monday through Friday chart. This first Monday through Friday chart is a quick view chart for a more experienced teacher, just to see what are you teaching, what's coming up, what is the layout of the lessons. At the bottom, you have another Monday through Friday chart, but this chart is more intended for a teacher who's having some trouble with concurrent teaching or wants to see what the flow of the lesson structure should be for the most optimal teaching environment. You'll also notice in this bottom chart where it'll tell you what type of blend page is being used. For example, the Reading Engage is a discussion board, and it is not graded and no feedback is required. So you'll see a lot of details like this in this bottom chart. There are also suggestions for when to use breakout rooms or other items, and how you can have the lesson flow for concurrent or synchronous teaching into the asynchronous environment. So those suggestions are all through there. At the bottom, you'll see suggestions for differentiation and personalization, some Zoom considerations, and other small group considerations. At the very, very bottom, you'll see a looking forward area where you're going to have kind of a preview of the next couple of weeks of content. Going forward, you'll see the first page that students will see. This page is their Start Here page for reading, but the layout is the same for reading, writing, and social studies, with the exception of how many learning experiences are offered per day. So the student page that they'll see has the learning goal, language domains, and success criteria at the top. And then at the bottom, it's what am I expected to do this week. Reading has 3 learning experiences per day. Writing has 2 learning experiences per day. And social studies has a single learning experience per day. And you'll see these linked over for students to get to on their own. As students go next through the material, they will get to the small group schedule. Now pages at the bottom will always have this return to menu option. And then you'll see some additional small structure changes on the actual page. Every page will begin with a purpose at the top. Then the interior of the pages looks very similar to what it did before. At the very bottom, you'll see a statement about if you still need help, don't hesitate to reach out to your teacher, as well as a return to menu option. So there again, there's the purpose at the top. The mini lessons look very similar to what they did before, including videos and practice, and the return to menu at the bottom. The other pages for reading that are new and different are these practice pages for Imagine Learning and for IXL. These are just pages, and the students can click on the link to get to their Imagine Learning practice for the day. You could add whatever you wanted to that page. These pages only exist in the reading. So let me see. I'm going to go back to modules and sorry, it's taking a very long time to load in. But I think that is it for changes that have been made to the new modules. These module changes were made in reflection of feedback received by teachers, parents, and students, as well as to help you plan for concurrent teaching. Also, observational data was collected by TDCs and curriculum writers from teachers just noting how they were breaking down the lessons. And hopefully this new Monday through Friday layout will help eliminate some of the customization that was having to be done on your end. As always, if you have any feedback, please let us know. We would love to hear back from you. Have a great day teaching. Bye.